Well, the question is whether the politics of polarization is back in a big way in Uttar Pradesh. Gaurav Bhatia, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, joins us tonight. Aman Sinha, spokesperson of the BJP, prominent Muslim leader Dr. Zafarul Islam Khan is with us tonight from Delhi, and also here with our senior journalist Nalini Singh. Mr. Aman Sinha, let me ask you first. Mr. Sinha, what's really going on here? Because this gentleman who seems to have organized this program, his family says that he even contested local polls for the BJP. You have Mr. Yogi Adityanath once again defending this, saying that it's a ghar wapsi and that he's going to very much be part of this Christmas Day function in which more conversions are planned. They say that they will take place. The BJP doesn't seem to be able to distance itself from this, Mr. Sinha.
No, Nidhi, this is a law and order, is a state subject, and I believe state government has already lodged an FIR. They are investigating it. And, in UP, religious conversions are not banned. If anybody wants to convert out of his own choice, he's free to do that. Some people have contested this claim. So let the state government investigate and, let the truth come out. Then, one is entitled to pass blanket judgments. However, I am still surprised that my pseudo-secular warrior friends who are there in the panel today, they never took out their swords when, this religious conversion was going on in our country for a long, long time. I wonder why, they have just come out protesting today. And the reasons are obvious and known to everybody.
BPL cards and, free schooling and promises of all of that. Is that really a voluntary conversion?
No, those are all those claims are contested. And let it be investigated. Let it be investigated. There are several people who have said that they have, out of their own choice, they have, reconverted or converted, whatever it might be. So therefore, that is not the question. The question is that why our opposition party is trying to politicize the issue. They have never, raised their voice on issue of conversion earlier.
But is this something
why
a
this time around?
BJP MP like Yogi Adityanath should be associating himself with? He's saying this is not a conversion, it's a homecoming.
No.
He's going to be part of the, Aligarh program on the 25th. I mean, should a BJP MP like him, who was in charge of your campaign in UP in the by-polls, should he be, coming out like this again and involving himself in this?
No, Nidhi, he was only responding to a query which was posed by our friends from the media, and he said that on principle, it seems to be a case of reconversion, and he's entitled to his opinion. Let the state government investigate, and if there is, whatever truth is there, it will come out.
Okay,
I'm
Nalini
sure.
Singh wants
However,
to come in
the
first
fact
and
of the
then
matter
Gaurav
is
will
that
come in.
No, but just a brief point, Nidhi.
Yeah.
That this government's agenda is development. This government's agenda is progress. I don't know why again and again opposition parties, they are trying to detract the government and, again take it back to, that polarizing agenda and, bring all these issues into play. This is their politics. They are just politicizing an
fault,
incident.
or is the BJP falling into this trap on its own?
I think Mr. Sinha's unease should be welcomed. He says that the agenda of this government is development, and was something else coming in. Well, they have a lot to answer for. But let me just go back to when he's saying that other conversions, other conversions took place, and it's true. Northeast, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, and in fact, let me not go to anybody else except to Mahatma Gandhi. He used to call them rice Christians, because he used to condemn any inducements offered to anybody, especially Dalits, Adivasis, etc., for converting. Now, so we've had Mahatma Gandhi condemning this, but today, you have a prime minister, and the BJP has a prime minister who for 12 years did not allow, as chief minister of Gujarat, any of the fringe elements like Bajrang Dal, like the Swabhiman, like the VHP, etc., to indulge in what's happening today. The question to be raised just now is, why is this going unchecked today? This ghar wapsi, it is true that it is said that this was a Hindu country, that the Dalits, in fact, the Jatavs particularly, because of the Hindu caste system, converted, because of the discrimination, converted to Islam or Christianity. So today they are saying they are coming back. But if there are inducements offered, then the political party, especially BJP, etc., have to be extremely, they've got to explain what's really happening.
Aman Sinha, I'll give you a chance to answer that, but Gaurav Bhatia, come into this debate. Are there double standards, as Aman Sinha says, on this issue of conversion, and that you raise your voice in certain cases and not in others that have taken place earlier?
Nidhi, I think Mr. Aman Sinha is missing the point completely. for a central government or a state government, any forcible conversion is illegal and therefore should be proved and should be condemned. What happens is that
Gaurav,
the minority affairs minister of the central government,
conversion?
can I make my point, Amanji? I hope I will not
be
interrupted in between. Please let me make my point. You will get your turn. I think it would be only appropriate that I can make my point. Nidhi, any law-abiding and a minister who has allegiance to the constitution today in the parliament would have said that we are worried about forced conversions. But what did Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi say today? That please don't drag the name of RSS into this controversy. Why should a minister be advocating the rights of RSS, Bajrang Dal? This itself exposes the BJP. The BJP feels they are very smart that Mr. Narendra Modi would talk about development and their offshoots, RSS leaders like Mr. Yogi Adityanath would spread communal venom. And then they stand exposed because Mr. Yogi Adityanath so far has not apologized. And in fact, we hear that Mr. Yogi Adityanath would be attending this function that would be held on 25th December. Why should a parliamentarian be attending such functions? Should he? Yes, so is it not unfortunate that guardians of law, guardians of the constitution are there to now attend such functions which are tilting towards a religion? They are not worried about the secular principles enshrined in the constitution.
Before I come to Dr. Khan, Aman Sinha, the point is that is it the opposition that is deviating from the agenda of development and good governance, or is the BJP falling into that trap on its own by comments that are being made by various leaders, whether it's Sadhvi Niranjan Jyoti now and now Yogi Adityanath getting involved in this conversion controversy?
No, Nidhi, as you rightly pointed out, our agenda has been development, good governance. This was our agenda in 2014 elections also. People voted us, in record numbers in the present Lok Sabha elections, and we are carrying forward that agenda. And who is politicizing is our opposition parties. It is surprising, my friend Gaurav, who's an accomplished lawyer of the Supreme Court, he is passing on a judgment that these are all forcible conversions. And if this is the statement of Samajwadi Party,
I am only saying that a
now Gaurav, please allow me to complete, Gaurav.
Any possible.
No, you just made that statement. Anyhow, the point that I am making is that if Samajwadi Party, friends are going to say that it's a forcible conversion, then you can assume what kind of free and fair investigation would be there in such cases. So I'm not going into the details, but let me say at the same time. Let me say at the same time, Nidhi.
Yes,
Nidhi,
at the same time.
Just allow me to complete. None of UP is the most populous state of the country. Surely there would have been some conversions earlier in the past also, but it is surprising that Samajwadi Party or none of these parties raised their voice earlier. And only now on, some conversion of a few people, they have, taken out their swords. As if
Nidhi, can I respond to that?
Emergent issue which the country faces.
Can I respond to that? I have an answer.
Let me just get Dr. Khan's first
why were they keeping silent all these years?
Dr. Khan, how do you're listening to this argument that is taking place. How worried are you by what is going on here, Dr. Khan?
Actually, this is a diversionary tactic by the BJP, which is failing on the development agenda. And they want to polarize the people. They whenever any Muslim or any Dalit or some OBC person converts to Islam or Christianity, they make you and they go to courts, they file FIRs. But now it is clear that they were offering inducement, they were offering Aadhaar cards, they were offering ration cards, they were offering plots of land and all this thing to people who are perhaps Bangladeshis. Such people, these very people, the BJP people and RSS people have been crying hoarse that they should be expelled from India, and now they are giving them nationality, and now they are giving them this.
Dr. Khan, Aman Sinha is replying to your comment. Yes, Aman.
No, I was just saying that has Mr. Khan assumed the role of judiciary of this country? He is passing sweeping blanket judgments.
Of polarization and
it is not a question of completing. You are saying something which is legally incorrect and which is incoherent and absurd.
The
point of the matter is that if there has been some incident, let it be investigated. We are not taking up anybody's leave. However, the fact of the matter is,
there's somebody who's called into the show, someone who feels very strongly about this.
None of these people, including Mr. Khan, ever raised the issue of conversion earlier?
No, 1 second.
All of a sudden, he has become so touchy about it.
1 second.
And in fact, it is the BJP state governments in several states of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, where they have come up with
anti-conversion. Gaurav, give me a moment. Aman Sinha, give me a moment. We've got Derek O'Brien of the Trinamool Congress who's called in.
Everybody is attacking BJP.
He is called in with a comment. And Derek, go ahead. You wanted to join in and make a comment on this. You feel strongly about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Nidhi, because I was watching your show. This was raised in Parliament in the morning. There were 150 MPs in the Rajya Sabha who feel very strongly about it. That's 150 out of 230. There are three issues here. One is that from the local reports we are getting and the people are being spoken to, there was some inducement offered. This is number one. There was an inducement offered. Number two, this 25th of December, the church authorities now have informed all the parish priests, because there are two things that might happen. A, you offer inducement before Christmas Day to try and make false promises. And two is you don't even know those people what religion they follow. So you may be converting A, B and C. You're actually not converting anyone. You're just putting up a show. But the situation is very serious. And the third point I want to make, thank you for allowing me to make this call. The third point I want to make is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha has allowed a discussion last week for these increasing incidents of communal incidents in the country. Now that has been listed. Mayawati ji and some other people also spoke today. Now the situation is such that we are going to take this issue up, and I think your channel was one of the first to break this story. Across the board, we're going to take this issue up starting Monday morning.
Okay, Aman Sinha wants to respond to you. Derek O'Brien. Aman Sinha, I come back to
you. I would also like to come in, and you should allow me to come in.
Nidhi, it is surprising.
From this 25th December
TMC government.
Yes.
The TMC government in state of West Bengal has been, condoning, the illegal infiltration of, lakhs of Bangladeshis, changing the demographic profile of the state. And, they have moral conviction to come around and accuse BJP of doing such things.